Hey, what's up, guys? This is Barry Robinson from A Million Styles Boxing, and I'm here to talk to you about my good buddy Tony Christodoulou and give him an endorsement, which is well deserved, as you'll see as we go through this video. Me and Tony first met in Greece and Athens, and we trained together extensively, as well as helped fighters and cornered fighters in the GFC events. Tony then and I reunited just by chance in Bangkok, where Tony was looking for a fight and preparing to do some things, some big things in MMA. And I conditioned Tony and trained him, obviously, with his boxing for MMA. Tony's a wonderful grappler, as you guys all know. And Tony is obviously just a model student. It doesn't matter what you ask him to do. He's a great student and a great coach, and the reason why is because he understands. And then it's the same like me. When I go to a class for myself, just as a student, I'll work my ass off for the trainer, and that is what Tony proceeded to do in Bangkok through many disappointments. You know, we thought we had a fight, then we didn't have a fight. Then we thought we had a fight, then we didn't have a fight. But Tony, of course, remained positive through it all, as you guys are all familiar with his trademark smile and his just overall positive demeanor and attitude towards life. Now, talk to you about this camp that me and Tony had. We were going up against a wrestler named Eric Uresk, an American wrestler. And for me, that was a scary proposition, although I would never tell anybody that going through a camp. But it was scary for me just because we didn't have the resources we needed to train. And it was my first time going up against an American wrestler. And as we all know, I'm a pure boxing coach. I've trained some MMA guys and have a win versus Renzo Gracie and Gregor Gracie as jiu-jitsu experts. But never before had I had been tasked to be a head coach for an MMA fighter going up against a wrestler. So obviously I asked Tony what we needed to do, and I had my own input, and I wanted to thought we should get Eric on a move and not have a wrestling match with him, and I proceeded to put Tony through some of the toughest workouts that I could and make him uncomfortable. Here you see him with a much heavier man, and his job here was, for example, to just control the guy, and Tony, he's just an animal of a grappler. I always joke with Tony and tell him one day I'll take him down. And including that, I took Tony to a gym called Sitsong Panong, where he got to spar with probably arguably one of the best fighters, if not the best kickboxers, in the world, Sittachai Sitsong Panong. And then, of course, you give Tony some sandwich meat and let him use a wrestler a little bit. And, you got to love Tony's smile, his demeanor, his understanding, his just ability to be coached, his ability to coach. And we'll get to that. Tony did some great things, like, for example, he's not limited to coaching and fighting. Here, he's helping me prepare a white-collar boxer for Operation Smile event and doing it with a smile on his face. Here, taking instruction and eagerly taking instruction. And then, when it's time to buckle down and really train hard and me yelling, which I do quite a lot in training, sometimes for negative, sometimes for positive. But Tony just, I love this clip here because Tony's getting him on the move, just what we asked for. And Eric was not going to take us down for this fight we had coming up. It's one thing for me to make this video as a trainer and go, hey, guys, Tony's good, Tony's good, Tony's good. But what really solidifies this video for me is that we've competed together, and we got to win competing together. So when I watch these clips, I just go, it's unbelievable to me, even just to hanging out, to go from Athens, I'm from the Bronx, he's from Greece, to two kids that just run into each other and live life, and then get a win in Macau of all places, and Kunlun fights 11 against American wrestler Eric Uresk. Then Tony finishes that fight, and he starts to help me train and get Victor Nagbe ready for fights. And Victor Nagbe's a Muay Thai fighter / kickboxer. And here you see us doing a drill where I said, Tony, grab the pads, and I want to focus on his footwork. And you see Tony just locked in there as a coach. So, not just a student, he's a guy that I can honestly approve of as a coach as well. And I don't say that with light words. Here you see Tony also, helping out with the sparring, doing lead hand sparring with Victor Nagbe. And what can I say more about Tony? Support Some Kind of Fighter. Go to their YouTube page. Check out the videos. I'm out.